We got a story here. A couple people sent this one to me regarding radiation levels measured on a couple of different various smartphones here. This story coming via Mac Rumors. Chicago Tribune claims iPhone radio frequency radiation levels measured higher than legal safety limit. So the Chicago Tribune, they put together this test attempting to measure radiation levels on some pretty high-profile devices dating back to the iPhone 7. They apparently tested around a dozen different devices from the likes of Apple, but also Oppo, Vivo, a couple of other ones. And it's important to note that even though they're showing these numbers, these threat level numbers, these products all passed through the FCC at one point in time in which they met the criteria. So Apple has come out. I mean, maybe I should just start with the iPhone 7 performed bad in their test. Bad in the sense that it emitted more radiation than the federal exposure limit, and quite a bit more, especially the closer it was to the body. So as you can see in this chart right here, 2 millimeters from the body, you had on the first test, the standard test as they're calling it, a readout of 7.15 watts per kg per kilogram. Anyhow, that's like, it looks to be almost like something like 7 times, close to 7 times the amount recommended, the federal exposure limit. Not recommended, legally imposed, beyond recommended. And so they did a number of different tests. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, about 7 tests on the iPhone 7. And it measured above the federal exposure limit on every single test. Now, they went in and also did the iPhone 10, which was right around the line. It was slightly above. iPhone 8, which was above, but nowhere near as much as the 7. And the 8 Plus, which was also in the okay range. The article here goes on to state that the Tribune also tested these devices from these other manufacturers, and none of them were as bad as the iPhone 7, although that actually looks like the S8 is bad as well. Mm-hmm. So, why do they only do one test on the S8? It's a little bit. Look, here's the point, okay? Apple disputed all this. They came out and said, look, your testing methods are not official. We went through the FCC. They're doing it right. Here's their quote. All iPhone models, including iPhone 7, are fully certified by the FCC and in every other country where iPhone is sold, the statement said. After careful review and subsequent validation of all iPhone models tested, we confirmed we are in compliance and meet all applicable exposure guidelines and limits. So we take seriously any claims on non-compliance with the RF exposure standards, and we will be obtaining and testing the subject phones for compliance with FCC rules. What they're saying is one of two things. Your test is not meeting the criteria, which is why you're getting different results. You're doing something wrong with your test, or they're saying it's the one device that you have is an outlier, that in general they don't perform like this. Maybe there's something wrong with this device. That's Apple's statement on the matter. And I would have to agree with them. Weirdly enough, I have to agree with them here, because the trouble with this is you can't just test one device. I mean, I guess you can. I guess, look, it's worth the investigation. Coming from a guy like me, I'm on this side. I make videos about products. How many should you have access to? It's difficult to run a test on like 100 units, let's say. So it's worth the investigation. It's an interesting look into it. But ultimately, you're going to have to enable some agency like the FCC to do the testing themselves. Like, you can't, there's no other governing body capable of controlling this kind of thing. They're going to have to be the ones that make the call. And if they made the call and they said, look, our test, it passed our test, and you have to assume, I should hope that they're looking at multiple units, not just a one-off phone, then how can you, what else can you do? How else can you? Who else should be in charge? The Chicago Tribune should be in charge. Well, who's monitoring them? Who's watching the Watchmen? Did you ever see the Watchmen?
Well said. I watched it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, been meaning to read it.
Yeah, so anyway, that's the argument. You can't. It's tough to have you figure out which agency should be in charge of this and who should be monitoring. I think it's good that private companies are looking into it, and I'm glad that Apple's investigating now and they want to get a hold of those phones. And we'll see. I will say it's important to note when I had the whole issue with the bending iPhone, I feel like Apple was a bit disingenuous with their response to that whole fiasco because it eventually did turn into something for a lot of people in the form of touch disease, which meant that it wasn't like a bend to the phone to the degree which was happening in these videos, but the fragile nature of the aluminum that they were using and that slow bend over time was leading to other unintended things that were happening to those devices, which eventually led to a massive repair program. And they were like, yeah, there's like 2 phones that were affected. So my trust level isn't super high, but in this case, I'm kind of with them. If they pass the FCC tests, what else can you really do? Because that's the governing body. That's who's in charge of tracking this stuff officially. I'm glad the Tribune looked into it, but it's just not enough data for us to really know how to interpret it. I guess they got one iPhone 7 to behave this way. And you scroll down, Will, and you discovered they had an S8 behaving that way also, and a couple of other devices by the looks of it. I mean, the S8 might not have been to the same extent. They have a Motorola device was over at the 2 millimeter mark. Now, I guess the other difference is that there is the 2 millimeter from body mark and the 5 millimeter from body mark, but then I'm kind of wondering, 2 millimeters from the body is it's in your hand. What is your hand? Your body? That's kind of strange. So what? You're not touching it because you're using it when it's touching you. It's not 2 millimeters.
I guess tight pants, jeans, really close to your body.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's no millimeters. That's on your body.
Right.
Yeah, if you look at the difference from 5 millimeters to 2 millimeters,
it's huge.
2 millimeters to 0.
That's what I'm saying. What about when it's touching? Anyway, nonetheless, this is apparently an industry standard style of test. Apple's not happy with it. What do I think? Should you be worried? Should you put down your iPhone 7? You're probably been exposed a healthy amount already, so I don't think it's gonna make a huge difference. Yeah, I am interested to see how it pans out. It's kind of cool. I don't know. Maybe it's in our future. Maybe we need to start testing a radiation level thing. Maybe I'll look into it a little bit more because it is kind of interesting. Mm-hmm. Obviously, the FCC has guidelines, and the question is, are these things that end up shipping to us far from those guidelines, or are we even capable in this type of environment of testing to the degree that they do? Maybe I'll look into it. Maybe people are interested. You guys let me know if that's something that's interesting to you.